All right, and I am live. Make sure here. I am getting out. Make sure. Yep, looking good. All right, everybody. Good morning, Winky. How you doing, sweetheart? Nice to see you, Shamaj. Good morning to you, Scott Clark. And there's my Jen. Hope that you are doing well today. Everybody, hello Zeus, how are you? It's been a while. Good morning, Scottish, Mindy May, Valerie. Beach is life. Man, I would give anything to be bouncing along the beach right now. Hello, Nellen. Bella Rosa, the queen. Bella Rose, the queen of Buffalo. Hope you're staying warm up there, Bella Rose. Go get yourself some Duff's original Buffalo wings. Hi, Gina. Hey, Judge Knott. Good morning, everybody. Nice to see you this morning. Not going to be on too long. I want to get to the van build. I feel like our weather window might be closing over the next 10 days before Thanksgiving, so I got to get cracking. Yeah. Hey, Bean. How you doing, babe? Hope that your recovery is going well. Bella Rose, you. Always happy. Say hi to Brad. For me, I'm counting the days till I get back to Buffalo. Next time through, I'm going to spend about a week in the Buffalo area hanging out and checking it out. It seems like a really cool town that, and try to get down to Rochester over there, try to get up to Jamestown or Watertown, New York. I don't know which one of those. One of those is where Lucille Ball was born. Good morning. Yes, Zeus, the van trip was great. Oh, you're walking. I'll bet it's going to hurt. Hello, Odds. Nice to see you. I can't wait to get back there, to tell you the truth. I mean, it was one of those, of all the places I only spent a little bit of time, it's the place that I really want to go back to after that trip and check out Buffalo. So yeah, great trip. Been on the van build, just hanging out. I do want to thank you very much, Scorpio, and Shamaj. I hope you're having a nice day, sweetheart. I got a message from my friend Nicole Nicolesqua. Thank you, Mindy. Shuffle off to Buffalo, Goldie Khan, and it seems that she has. Okay, the museum was disappointing for Lucille Ball. Okay, well, I'll see if I can liven that up a little bit. Sorry, Jay Money. Good morning to you. I heard, Bean. So I want to say, Nicole had taken time thoughtfully. Hello, Marie Duffy. Hello, Sandy. Who did your makeup? What makeup? Sandy Callie, so sweet. It's the old warhorse from Baltimore, brought out of the stables. Duff's is incredible wings. It's a hard scrabble kind of place, but it just is real wings. You saw some tough looking guys sitting down eating wings. I have a video up of Duff's in a review, and absolutely hands down the best wings I've ever had in my life. Hello, Dawn. How are you doing? Absolutely amazing place. So once again, Sandy, thank you for your kindness. Your message was delivered, understood, acknowledged, and understood. I felt like the walls could use a good wipe down though, but that's what I think about a real authentic place. I go to Tijuana these days, and I walk down the Avenida de Revolucion, and you know what? Yeah, don't forget those hot dogs. I walk down the Avenida de Revolucion, which is the main street in Tijuana, and I might as well be in LA now. They've commercialized that, made it just like any street walking down in America. So I love the fact that authentic places, yeah, it could use hey Ace, it could use a wipe down, it could use some remodeling, but please don't ever remodel it. Don't let the next generation come in and put up fancy dancy surroundings and raise the menu price. Hello, Yasmin, beautiful Yasmin Jade in the chat today. No, I didn't feel any fear at all in Tijuana. The police presence was almost choking in that city. You couldn't. I mean, I think they've just decided to. That's one of those cities. They're just going to make a stand. The police department and of Tijuana, the municipal Policia de Municipal. They've decided to make a stand there. Anyway, I got a email, and I want to thank Nicole for taking time to write me this morning on here. And I do hope that she changes her mind. She's taken down. How you doing, Tammy? She's taken down her content and indicated to me that she wants to move on to a different platform than YouTube. And I really hope that she will reconsider that move. And just come back. How you doing, J Money? I'll be back to Chuchin soon. And come back and just do YouTube the way you want. Uh, I think I'm happier now than I've ever been because I don't engage in all the clapback, and I don't. I'm a person that lives in the present, and moves forward and doesn't look back. And I have a very forgiving heart, and I always remain hopeful for the future. Everybody likes Nicole. Virtually everybody likes Nicole. So it's a big blow to me to not have her around just because we've been together and been through so much stuff over the years. And I just think sometimes like the state of YouTube now can look so bleak, especially in the boy community, with all the back and forth. And when you try to put up original, decent content, your content can get lost in the sauce, and you think to yourself, what's the point? What's the point? Drama sells, and it's like she busts her hump to put out good food content and things which I enjoy immensely. But I just think when you're on panels and you join panels, just in my view, uh, in the long term, if you're a content creator, it's like oil and water; they don't necessarily mix together. So I do love her. I do love her dearly, and hope that she will reconsider that decision. Sometimes you step away for a while and just think about stuff, and just think about what you want YouTube to be. And a lot of times you have to be like a ship just sailing through the water of icebergs and just do your own thing. Continue going forward and be a voice of positivity and happiness on YouTube. So yeah, I thank you, Gina. I think that's why a lot of people. Hey, Mike Jordan. I think that's why a lot of people come to the channel because it it moves forward in a positive way on a daily basis. As you guys know, uh, I'm not one to clap back on videos and waste because I didn't join YouTube to engage in firefights on YouTube. It's useless. And the reason that it's useless is that when people get entrenched in their opinions about you, the one thing I've learned about YouTube is they never ever change. Okay, so no matter what you do, you're kind of defeated before you start. So if that being the case, why add fuel to a fire that's going to just burn down to just ashes at the end? It's pointless to do that, and I don't choose to. I don't choose to do that. I wake up this in the morning. I got this person made videos about you, and that person. I hope you give a response. There's no point to how you doing, Fupa. There's no point to it. Okay, it only feeds the fire of discontent here on YouTube, and it's something that I've always refused to do, especially on the Rosie O'Kelly channel. To always keep things positive and to keep things happy. I don't always do things that people agree with on YouTube. I don't always hang around with people that are the flavor of the month, but YouTube gives us a right, and life gives us a right in this country to hang around with who we want and to do the things that we want to do. It's called The Pursuit of Happiness, and it's one of the most I think, unappreciated portions of the Declaration of Independence. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and that's guaranteed to us in this country and many places around the world. But you have to admit, Earl, that he has bashed me. Yeah, but Sean, you also have to admit that since June, things have moved forward in a very positive manner, and that's the reality of that. So it's like getting your hooks into something and just determining you're never going to let go, no matter what. And that's the spirit of what makes the point. Boy, so I definitely do shout out Nicole and do hope that she'll take some time off. She's had losses of family member and all that. Odd says, I love your channel because you just don't engage in the ridiculous, or responsible and caring. God knows the world needs more of that. Well, everybody can do their own thing, but that's a nice thing to say, Odds. I really do appreciate that very much. I ain't no saint, you know. I've made plenty of mistakes in life and on YouTube. But the reality is, sometimes you face the fact that things will never change no matter what happens. And having accepted that fact, you move ahead and you do your own thing. Okay, so I feel very strongly about that. And this channel has always been about positivity and sharing adventures and bringing content to YouTube, and that's what people really seem to enjoy. Yeah, it's not an easy thing to bring content that to bring content that doesn't get the views of other things. But I think a lot of people want to try to shortcut the process and want the rewards of YouTube without laying the foundation brick by brick. Hey Lori, how are you? Hey Tina. Hey Scott, without laying the foundation, no, I don't have a halo. That's for doggone short on YouTube. But to reap the rewards of YouTube, whether they're monetary, views, subs, without doing the hard work of laying the foundation brick by brick by brick by brick. I've always told people this channel is like the ultimate failure on YouTube. Hey PJ, because given the volume of videos that I put up, and I've put up about 12,000 videos on 3 channels, and I've taken down 4,000. I've removed over 5 million views from the channel. But per growth, per video, it's a total disaster. I mean, if you had to go into a boardroom, right, and justify how much work goes into a channel versus the apparent rewards of it, you'd be X'd off the list like next. Okay, I mean, there's no substitute for doing the work and laying the foundation monetarily or otherwise. And that's just, to my opinion, that's just the facts of life about YouTube. And you never know. I always remember when I saw Casey Neistat, who's a great video editor and creator and was based in New York, been in LA and other places. And I remember watching one of his videos and somebody asked him, what's the key to success on YouTube? If you had to give one suggestion on something that people could do to succeed over the long term, and he just said 2 words: keep uploading. And it's true on you. Keep making videos. That's right, Scottish. Keep making videos. There's something to be said for persistence in pursuit. I think I swallowed a fur ball here. How you doing, Norm? Sorry you got blocked off the channel. If it happens again, Norm, I'm going to give you a wrench in my chat. You've been a great supporter of mine. We've sat down, we've met in person after a very long journey. You were nothing but hospitable to me. And, I look forward to meeting you again. I'm hoping that you're going to come out to California and partake in some of the life out here. I'm also hoping if you hit the road, maybe we can meet up in the Southwest and have some fun there. A says, Rosie, I think Casey's skateboarding influenced my daughter's reckless hobby. Well, there's that too. I mean, when you're hanging on the back of a police vehicle, or I don't know, a Jeep 4x4, and you're on skis through or snowboard through the city of New York. But I could say the same thing about people that walk on rooftops. I remember that poor guy in China. There was a legendary roof. He'll go up to the top of a 120-story building and do handstands on the edge, all kinds of loony stuff. And then, but his brain wasn't developed enough, right? His athletic skills were there. But his brain was, it was a Darwin. He gets a Darwin Award because one time he ended up in China, I think it was Shanghai, hanging off the side of a 100-story building. And when he went over the side to hold on to the ledge, he discovered that the panels that they used on the side of the building were smooth and highly polished. So as a result, he could put no pressure on he could get no toehold on the side of that building. And after an agonizing 30 seconds of holding himself up, he just submitted to the inevitable and plunged to his death below. People that ride, there's a brick tower, an old abandoned power plant or something in Romania. A guy rides his unicycle along the top of it and things like that. And I wonder how many people have followed that. Tower climbs up construction cranes. It's simple stuff. YouTube should be taking out that kind of stuff as influential and negative. It's just insane. But it's the nature of YouTube. Yeah, I've had this hoodie. I lost the string. Yeah, PJ, you can look at just look up Chinese roof walker drops to his death or something like that. Green Trout, Rosie, are you fixing oil seal on the van? Maybe a front seal. It's a very minimal amount coming out of there. Hey, Christina, how are you? Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, well, when your brain doesn't connect to your athletic skills, then you've got a really, really serious problem, as that poor guy discovered at a very young age. Well, I hate to sound so raw about it, but you know what? He won't be in the gene pool anymore to pass on his roof walking skills there. You got people that climb up bridges and all that kind of stuff. I really think that YouTube does stuff like that. These people get the original creators get millions of views, and then the adopters come along and try to. I'm doing good, Christina. Come along and try to emulate that. Okay, Winky. Try to emulate that and end up to their ever-loving and sometimes eternal regret the things that they do on YouTube. Last night was an amazing. Okay, no problem, Mouse Toes. I won't be given a wrench unless I'm absolutely sure, and thank you on that. So I will be absolutely sure who I dispatch a wrench to. That's for doggone sure. Last night was amazing. I was on a stream with Marshall. We were talking about the van build and life, and problems with the Shine Shack and life on the rancho. And all of a sudden, there comes a delivery to the front door. And my good friend Patricia Wakefield sent beer and snacks into the into the place, and it was amazing, to have something like happen. That happened. That for once the cops weren't coming to the that the police weren't coming to the rancho. It was a welcome change It was a welcome change from the usual, and she's just a super sweet gal, and I love her to pieces. Yeah, it was a total party box. And I'm just sitting there, and all this Missy Jen's on the yeah. The cops took a break. Missy Jen is on the deck, and she's like, "Somebody's out front." And I said, "I think I know exactly what it is." And here comes the Safeway guy. Doo, 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 doo. Looks like there's going to be a party tonight. And yeah, I did give the guy a 5 spot as a tip. He's out there at 9 o'clock at night, doing it, doing his thing. Yeah, it was a very cool thing to do, and it was highly appreciated by both Marshall and myself and Missy Jen. Durable. Yeah, the Lucas. We're gonna change it over to the Lucas oil, Scott. The drivetrain is in very good shape on that rig. Good morning, lovable rogue. Has anyone ever sent you a pizza from a YouTube? No, they have not yet sent a pizza, but they have sent some, sad to say, some pretty nasty stuff in the, it's been delivered to the door. So I'll just leave it at that. So it was a nice change of pace last night to have that occur. So I spoke about Nicole, and I've spoken. Thank Patricia for that kindness last night. Georgie is doing great. He's out at the store with Missy Jen. Yeah, gene pool. More have to be removed. I think JN, some brains have to be removed too, and some people have to sit down and examine their negativity. Just as a random test the other night, I was watching some replays of live streams, and I was identifying particular people that were chatting in the streams. And I counted the ratio of positive to negative comments, and it was something on the order of 4 to 1 negative to positive. And and then I took a closer look at some of the people, and I discovered, and in looking at it, that there's some people that can never be positive about anything. They show up for work with a frown on their face, and they're never willing to look at things in a new light. And that's kind of everybody can do what they want on YouTube, and I respect that. And I don't clap back on that, but I just put that out there as a fact that I'm quite convinced some people wake up in the morning with just a sour outlook on life. I don't know, because it's medical issues, mental health issues, financial issues, life issues, love issues. I always think to myself, there are people that have been terribly hurt in life for one reason or another, and they wake up and it's just always negative. What's up? I don't know if that's the real coats, or not. What's up? What's up, Carlos? Some yell at waitresses, others in here. Hey, Katie. Yeah, I'm sour. I'll get caffeine. Yeah, Dances with Trolls says lots of positive about you, but negative on Elvis. Very true. You're very true, and I'm appreciative of that. Thank you, Andrew. And like I said, I also will say, Dances with Trolls, that I respect everyone's right to have an opinion on YouTube and to hold that opinion dear to them. Okay, that's the right that they have, and I respect that. How you doing, Bev? Yeah, Elvis being on the streams, but hey, that's the real coach. But Beryl, how you doing, honey? But the fact of the matter is, Elvis is here. He has integrated himself into life here. He's going to be here. I can't peg when he will be or when we will be on the road again. Missy Jen and I are both of the opinion that if somebody's here on the rancho, then they are a part of our lives. And furthermore, the people that don't like what happens on the stream, many of them have moved on, unsubbed, and that's the way it should be on YouTube. If it's offensive, don't watch it. don't watch it. I mean, that's what I say. Hey, Carrie, how are you? What it is, rather come to see it done by some folks. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like I said, people that had chat, that host chats, um, they have a perfect right, which I support, to talk about exactly what they want, as long as they want, as often as they want, and that's fine. And that's fine. That's the way. That's the way it should be on YouTube. He's affable most of the time. You know, the whole travels through the summer have been outstanding. But I will say, just because someone levels accusations doesn't mean that they are true. And sometimes you just have to hold your ground and speak your opinion. Yeah. So am I happy with YouTube? Absolutely. I'm absolutely happy with YouTube. Can it always be better? Of course it is. I worry that YouTube is going to overcorrect here with what's coming up into the new year. They're going to make changes that are going to shoot themselves in the foot. Yeah, that's fine, J Money. Yeah, so thank you, Jen Jen. So, as long as people have that unsubscribe button and can have the ability to not watch it, to block it and move on, then I have always had the opinion that you're there because you want to be there at that point in time. Please notice when you step away, Elvis does start typical negative. He will never change. He's running a good BS game. I'm not mad at you, Green Trout. I don't mind people expressing opinions as long as they're not couching that in curse words or things like that. You're here for the cake. Friday night will be the coconut cake, my favorite dessert of all. The luscious coconut, luscious coconut cake. YouTube is a big umbrella, and a lot of people come on, and there's often going to be people that rub you the wrong way. I can think of several within the Boyd that really rubbed me the wrong way. Okay, really rubbed me the wrong way. But I decided 2 weeks ago to do the thing that YouTube recommends that you do. Just unsub and move on, and then you don't have to be exposed to that content anymore unless you want to be there. So I am on Friday night. Beryl says, I quite like watching Elvis. I have a son similar age and know the buffoonery. Some people they have no filter on them, and it's just the way they are in life. And life is like a pinball machine, and the paddles come along and they smack you. You're the ball rolling around the pinball machine, and they're gonna flip you once in a while, and they're gonna smack you around the board, and that's what life does. So I see in the East Coast they have coconut custard pie. It is good. Evolution is fine as long as it's for the better. The recent development's been for the better. Yes, Jordan Blue. I would say since June, the trend, the activities have been very positive since June. Go back and look at and review the content that was put up. There's nobody on YouTube that's putting up more original content on a daily basis. And in YouTube's eyes, content trumps all. So that's it. Sometimes hitting the unsubscribe button is comparable to walking away from watching a train wreck happening. But it's a necessity. Absolutely. If something is hitting you is so vile and so negative, but yet you'll congregate to talk about it on a daily basis, you know, it is what it is. You're going to be coming back east. I'm not sure if it'll be this winter, Coach. I would like to meet up with you very much and enjoy St. Augustine, and I would love to enjoy Louisiana with you. I think that would be great. And Coach, I might even buy myself a bike. Used. We play the football cheer song from the Colts. I think that's the yeah. I'll have to dig that one out. Carlos, you'll never disappear from YouTube. You're a foundation stone. Yeah, Louisiana. Do you prefer people unsubscribe or just leave? It's their choice. YouTube gives us the choice to do that. I've had many people unsubscribe over the last couple months, which is good. Move on. Do your thing. If you still continue to be around and persist in critique and criticism, then I can only come to one conclusion, that you enjoy following the content, because there's over 1 billion videos on YouTube. You can watch underwater basket weaving, platform diving, cliff diving, and Acapulco, and different million things. Scott says, we at work we have a tea brand called Clippers, and every time I think of this song you sing, yeah, that's it. Yeah, Zoo says, if I don't like it, if you don't like the channel, just move on. That's the thing that always confused me. Yeah, Goldie Khan, chocolate chip bundt cake from the Jewish bakers, outstanding. Outstanding. Every town I go to, I always seek out a Jewish deli or a Jewish bakery. They are the best of the best. You gonna sit behind, or you gonna sit over here, Marsh?
Yeah,
We're not on a bus here, brother.
Hey, Rose, you know what the whole
We're not riding a bus.
You know what
man.
the theme of the year is?
You're not. I don't require you to sit in the back seat like the old days.
Yeah. You know what the theme of the
for bad guys only in the back of the bus down there.
You know what the theme? You know what somebody said the other day? I was watching some of the comments, and they're like, and it was a member of the bottom of YouTube, and he's like, man, all these people that we see in Rosie's chat, we don't even know who they are. They're new names. And this guy's like, these people aren't part of the bottom of YouTube. They're from somewhere else. And that's the trend that's been going on this year. So,
well, Marshall, look back.
It's a revolving door.
Go back and look at some of my streams from 2014,
right.
My earliest live streams, and look at the people that show up on the side chat. It's like 90% of the people will be different from what channels evolve.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, channels move in directions that that uncouple from people that have been around a lot, because they may not like who you associate with, or they might not like your content. But then new people come along specifically because they love it. They get the story. They get the idea. And on my channel, they tend to be deeper level thinkers that can think below the surface of things that go on YouTube. So you tend to grow a core of people around you that appreciate the evolving you, as opposed to the old you.
It's interesting because, like you say, year after year, the audience changes.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is that, and in my case and in your case, let's face it, we're very well-known people on our community. And
Thank you, Carrie.
The people that are from the bottom of YouTube, that have been watching us since 2014, 2013, are still talking about us. And then you have this new group of people that are watching us. And so the old audience is mixing with the new audience.
Johnny Watt.
But the thing is that every year more and more new people will come, and the old people kind of get washed out in the tide. So I think that the trend is it's out with the old and in with the new. There's going to be more and more new people watching. And more the old people will still be talking in the background, but they're fading away because their influence upon, basically from what I've seen it,
Gerald.
Basically from what I've seen it with Rosie and me and a lot of other channels.
Yeah, Jordan Blue put it best. No, I think the audience who knows the real Zia will always know the real Zia. Exactly. And they will never move off that diamond. I've come to accept that in life, and I don't take any ownership of that now. I'm here to do a job.
The point is that somebody like Jordan Blue that's been watching since 2014, she's never donated.
Hey, blonde.
She's never donated 1 penny to me. She never will. It doesn't matter what I do or don't do. But the thing is, she watches. Now, what I'm saying is, new people come. It's a revolving door.
Well, I'm saying to me,
and when you open up,
go ahead, wrap it up because I want to interject.
Yeah, the point that I was trying to make to you, Rosie O'Kelly, you're broadcasting to a worldwide audience. This is a huge world, and bottom of YouTube and drama is not the whole world. There's a lot of people out there watching.
Of course.
There's a lot of people out there watching.
And some people want to overexert their leverage when they can't in this situation.
And when and say, and if we ever go to courtside and say spend the week there, your channel will explode because the influx of the RV community is going to come in and take it by storm because it's a very, very
the big thing we did. The big thing we differ on, Marshall, and this is key.
Right.
Yes, new people will come on.
New people will
come on. The big difference is
right.
I don't ever, nor have I never have, nor will I ever define a friend or subscriber on YouTube. Their worth is whether they donate to me or not. It's irrelevant to me whether they do. Right. Is it appreciated? Yes. But are people required to donate when they join YouTube? The bottom line, let's put 2 and 2 together. The bottom line is you're not required to do so, and you're also entitled to have an opinion. I don't judge people on whether they're going to be a donor or not. I judge people on whether they're here, they have fun with me and all that. I think we'll always have that divergence. But I do recognize that you have the right to see YouTube as you want to do it and to do things your way, okay? I would just tell you that the human spirit transcends money. And that's what I like. Exactly, Green Trout. Not all of us can support every channel we watch or any channel that we watch. I'd rather people that don't have, that live on modest means or even have money, take care of themselves, their family, life, community first. And then if you enjoy content on YouTube, supporting that is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing. So,
and you know what I see?
How many people donate and watch? Less than 1% of probably less than 1% of people do. Okay, Sean, he'll never cost me on YouTube. People that say your channel is hurt because of it just don't face the reality of. They cannot face the reality that other people come aboard, Sean, that like the content. Other people come along that understand the dynamics of interchange on YouTube. They understand some of the shenanigans and some of the things that happen under obvious viewing. In other words, they can think at a deeper level here, whether there's an agenda beyond just a simple dislike. And that's what I like about my subscribers. They're able to recognize the reality that YouTube is played on many, many different levels. And that's what I like about them. So, as far as hurting the channel, I disagree. The state of the channel's never been better. Why? Because I'm bringing new content every day and providing people with some fun things that they can follow along with.
Rosie, you mentioned one thing that was a key. We were talking about Nomadic Fanatic, and you mentioned him. He only had 20,000 subscribers. Yeah. Now he's got over 200,000. Yeah. Now, people can say that he built 200,000 people because he's got the cat or he's catering to cat women. The reality is he's an RV channel. He's a travel channel. He's doing the same thing that we're doing. The only difference is he's got a Class C and a cat.
Exactly.
The point is he graduated and transcended from the black hole of the bottom of YouTube of the trolls. So we have this black hole of the bottom of YouTube trolls, and they're trying to suck in all the new people in there. They're trying to interject into the show, into the channel, into the storyline, and draw new people in there and fuel the fire. But the point is, like you said, look where he was.
Susan.
Look where Nomadic.
Well, the thing that blew him up is at that point in time, and I've talked about this. My side chat is still fun for most people, Sean.
Right.
Reason being is when people don't like content, they have that unsubscribe button to move on and not be a party to it. So given that outlet that people have, they're not forced to be here. can move on. Am I sad to see them go? Of course I am. But am I supposed to tailor my future to their particular wants and desires? No, I have to pursue my own dream on YouTube. And as such, new people come on because things like the van build come up, and I've brought in hundreds of new people that are enjoying seeing a Class B camper van restoration. I brought in hundreds of new people that enjoyed seeing the travels through the Midwest and enjoyed seeing the travels through Mexico, and quite frankly, enjoyed the interaction on the road and on the rancho between Marshall and I. I can't change people's minds out there, nor will I ever invest in trying to push Marshall towards some type of, like redemption road. I'm so far past that stuff now, and I don't take any responsibility for that. If Marshall can't see the benefits of being positive on YouTube, I will never be the one to instill that in him. Only age and wisdom can do something like that. But to say that people don't enjoy my side chat would be saying something that's not true here. So.
Two things I wanted to point out. Really. The last two times that you did the
thank you,
that you
Carol.
did the van build live stream, a lot of people supported you 2 consecutive times. A lot of different people supported you because they see you're pouring your
and
heart.
You've gotten private donations on behalf too of what's coming from the
a couple
van
of
build.
select people. People know that you're taking your time and you're taking your efforts and labor to do this van build. And in 2 different live streams, I saw people supporting you, specifically because they see you working on the rig, not because of me, but not because Elvis travels or Lisa Marie, because they see Rosie and they're a fan of Rosie and they see Rosie working hard on a project.
Yeah.
But
the script would be to try to say, once Elvis leaves and he goes back to his usual shenanigans, which is a possibility and maybe a probability, then there will be the hue and cry comes that, see, he came there to be reformed and redeemed and it failed. So, I'll put it out there publicly on a daily basis. He's responsible for his own content. Watch it or don't. But I will continue being positive and continue bringing the fun to travels, adventures, and stuff like that, and moving more towards content and less interaction. Yes, I'll always have live streams and things like that. Why? Because they're fun. And I wish he would interact with his side chat more and not lean back on the chair. People matter on my side chat, whether they donate or not. But again, I cannot influence him, nor should I. I can only say, hey, it'd be nice if you interact with people on the side chat. And
So Rosie, haven't you always said you can't control what people say or do?
I don't feel like he disrespects me, Jordan. I can take a little bit of give and take about. If he complains about the Shine Shack and stuff like that, I mean, to me, it's comic, it's funny, it's just Marshall being Marshall, and it doesn't bother me in the least, and I just kind of laugh it off, and I continue doing my own thing. In other words, I'm not, I'm not bothered. I never have been in life. Maybe it's a function of my upbringing and just having to get along with people and always being a people person, maybe.
So Rosie, I wanted to ask you this real quick. What made because you were there in the beginning. What made Nomadic Fanatic channel explode?
I'm going to tell you exactly what did.
I'd like to know your answer.
2015, when I came into the chats and Troy's chat, I sat on panels with Nomadic Fanatic. I email him once in a while.
Right.
We chat back and forth. Okay. The Big Divider, Jimmy Rance came in. They started the whole split between, e-begging and solar panels and whether
YouTube is a job or not.
Whether it's a job or not.
Exactly.
At that time, he had 20,000 subscribers. And because of all the videos that were made about him, all the attention that was made on that, it polarized the community into 2 different factions.
Right.
And those 2 factions were people that hate people using the YouTube platform to make money.
Right.
And we have people within the community that used to be dead set against, and I'm not going to mention names, dead set against asking people for money on YouTube and soliciting donations and things like that, but
Right.
you can see that things change. Well, at that time, that polarization creating the for and against e-begging grew to such an extent that people started watching the videos, engaging in the live chats, and before you knew it, his channel blew up because everybody was subscribing to see what's going on with this guy and to see
Right.
what all the fuss is about. Why? Because people like interactions among human beings. And this, remember, this was a huge war, and people would make
Right.
videos about it every single day. That attention is what exploded his channel, because a lot of people said, "Hey, man, the guy makes great videos. He's bringing great content. He's the early drone flyer. He travels different places, and you know,
Wasn't Wanderlust Estate part of that argument where he
yeah,
was saying that
yeah,
YouTube is a job,
yeah."
and people were also saying no, it's not a job. It was the big. That was the big. And it's still the big thing today. There are still people against
Oh,
it.
it was a war. It was a
It was a.
war of
It was a.
incredible proportions.
Right.
Ace Carson. When he sold Tilly to the old couple in Florida and said the thing is a death trap, and well, why would you sell a death
Yeah.
trap to,
Exactly.
and all that controversy, so when the people started making the negative videos about it, it had the exact counter opposite effect. It attracted people to see where's the fire, where's the smoke, and they could see that he was bringing content on the daily and traveling and adventures,
And he overcome it. He
and he
overcame.
overcame it and
Right.
moved on. And now he hardly gets bothered by that type of thing. Why? Because he graduated to the point of not having that negative attention. And let me tell you, there's some things he did that I didn't like
Right.
too, and I put it out there on there. But that negative attention that is what blew his channel up. So I discovered that content trumps all. As long as you're bringing content and showing sites. And am I happy when Marshall walks around Milwaukee and complain? I don't like this. These people are yuppies and all that. I mean, what do I say in that situation? I say, Marshall, I love Milwaukee. I love the people. I love the food. I like the river walk. I like the fact that Bully is up there. I had the time of my life in Milwaukee. Now, two people can experience something, and one can dislike it and complain about it on the channel. But you know what? This is the harshest critic in the world of everything.
Right.
Okay, of everything. I busted my butt to put down that floor in the van, and he walks over and he says, "Rosie, you did a pretty good job, but it's sloppy over here." It's sloppy over here in, in the corner. The guy is, yeah, that's Marshall. The guy
I'm a chronic complainer.
he's a chronic complainer
I'll complain
and
about it.
a critic of things. And life needs certain people like that. There was the great H.L. Mencken, the great social commentary, the 1920s and 30s, a graduate of my high school way back when, wrote for the Baltimore Sun and then went on to found the American Mercury magazine. And he was a critic of everything, and his subscriber base, his magazine grew up to be one of the largest circulations ones in America, and he was always negative on everything in life except Maryland crab cakes. That was that was the only thing
So Rosie,
of
do
it.
you think Nomadic Fanatic, in order to, like you say, graduate bottom of YouTube school and
No,
move on from the
that's
trolls?
fine, Sean. I'm just
Yeah.
saying we haven't all been raised the same way. But does it disturb me? No, it does not, because I think that people have the ability to associate with who they want on YouTube. I always hope that people stay around. I've gotten flaming letters that I'm gone, blah blah blah. Take your channel and stick it where the sun don't shine. And then I have other people that write me, man, you and Marshall are hilarious on the road. It's like two polar opposites travel together, and just and he's the cheap wig and the Walmart wig and the bad taste in food and all of that. How you doing, Nate? And
But
all
what else do you think Nomadic Fanatic made? In other words,
the thing
besides the
that
travel
helped
and
him the
content, what else helped
most,
them to get them the boost?
creating good content.
Content. That was the
Okay,
thing.
because people will follow, and they cannot be influenced by people within a small
Agenda.
within a small cell of a channel. You
Right.
know, he just got to a point where people get the idea that are negative on channels that they're not able to influence the channel, and new
Right.
people come in, and eventually the numbers overwhelm the negativity, and it goes in direction. Yeah, D and I were a good combo down there. Yeah. He's not obsessed. We're just talking about some history, Christina. Harvey, unsub the channel, clear your cache, resub the channel, and hit all notifications, and you should be okay on there.
But
I
the
don't know what
same.
the hard question is. I missed it, Jordan Blue. The chat's flying fast. I'm trying to listen to him and
The
him.
same. You know what the
You
theme
know.
is? The same people that attack Nomadic Fanatic is the same people until today that attack me and Rosie. It's the same group of people from 2014. And this is a 5 years this has been going on, and they're trying to gain new people that are coming in. So new people that are coming in is key. The new audience, they have a choice. Do they want to watch content? Do they want to be entertained by a creator, or do they want to join this
No, I
this
love
group?
I love you being able to hear Lavender.
You know,
You make me laugh like crazy. Hey, how you doing, HX? Nice to see you.
but in the end, all these channels succeeded. I was attacked along with Nomadic Fanatic. I've had probably more videos on me than Nomadic Fanatic, but I moved on.
Coach asked you if he's ever donated to a channel. Yes, Marshall has donated to a
Dr.
channel.
Fish.
And
I've donated to Dr.
ooh,
Fish.
nice looking one. Not all grubby, huh? Nice. And I have a video called Elvis Travels Donates. I was in a restaurant with Missy Jen, a Mexican restaurant, and all of a sudden, Elvis Travels says.
But I've donated to Dr. Fish many times, and I thought he was funny.
I'm going to be making a coconut cake on Friday night. Thank you, Bev. You're a trip too, honey. Yes, he donates to. Yeah, you gotta unsub and resub to get notifications. But I will, Jordan. I'm not seeing your question on here. Let me see what her question. Let me scroll up. Hold on a minute, Jordan. You're an important person in my life. Let me see what Jordan. The hard questions never get answered. Let me see. I'm scrolling. I'm doing my best on here.
Tell her to put the question in again.
Hold on a minute. I can go up a great deal.
She's so important. I have to answer Jordan Blue's question.
It is. She is an important person in my life. She's in the trans community here, and she has a right to an opinion. If she hates you, that's her opinion. I'm just not. It's not so much that people hate. It's not so much that people hate you, that he constantly disrespects you, and you don't see what he does behind your back. Well, you know that'll be on Marshall on there. What he does. How you doing, Oda May? And he has to live. He has to live with that. You know, if he can't appreciate what I do and the opportunity I offer him. Okay, Jordan, could you just copy and repaste the question? I just can't see it up there, and it's not that I'm.
And my answer.
Not that I don't want to see it. I just can't. I just missed it in there.
She's never been kind. Not even donating. Well, she hasn't donated one penny to
you
me.
know, to you it always.
Never been kind
it always comes to donation.
Not donating.
Donation.
She's never been kind to me. She's never been kind to me.
Well, she never will.
Or respected me. Yeah, exactly. So.
Does it anger you when people lash out at Elvis? No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, because I look at YouTube. I've said before. I look at it as a business. I don't make any secret about it. To me, YouTube is a business. It is a business. It's people come on here. It's and if you do it full time.
Oh, he wants Marshall's number. Yes, I do, Coach. I think he has a. I will never fucking donate one. Yeah, I know that, Jordan
If it's
Blue.
not
I
about
know
money,
that.
then people should cut off their GoFundMe's, PayPal's, and Patreons, shut off their
Well,
super
let's
chats,
face
and
it, Marshall.
demonetize.
But
It's
99% of people don't have that on their channels.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Most people have that.
Well,
No, most of the big YouTube creators have Patreon. A lot of them have GoFundMe. A lot of them have PayPal. I was just talking about Nomadic. This girl's van just burned down. They raised $7,300 on GoFundMe in
in
24
what?
hours.
24 hours.
So if it wasn't
But
about
that's a positive. That's a
that's a
positive.
positive,
Person.
but YouTube is a business. I mean,
The thing you do have, the thing you have to think about, Marshall, is working yourself to a point where if your van burned to the ground, would you be able to raise $7,400? You know,
Well, I don't
that's a
know.
good.
I don't know what.
That's a good thing to.
I'm not. I'm
That's
not
a good
on,
thing to shoot towards. There may be a day when
unless
that happens.
unless I inject myself in the RV community and spend months in Quartzsite and go and spend time with the nomads and change my channel from a travel
No,
channel to
Sean,
living in the
he
van
has a
channel,
lot of people that support him, and
then
Sean, you can either recognize the reality or just believe what you want to believe about that. I see on the daily basis the support he gets, the people that write and say, I don't want to stick my head up out of the hole, but here's something to help out with the van build, or people like Patricia Wakefield that send nice things in, or Sandy Callie, and dozens of other people that do things and say, hey, I really love the content. I like the interaction.
the problem with the
You know,
nomadic RV community is they're not interested in the travel channel. You have to be there with them. You have to go there. You have to be along with your nomadic brethren. You have to spend weeks there, months there, and get to meet
so
everybody, get to know everybody.
I can't
And
wait to get on the road.
if you stay on a travel channel, your channel won't Nomadic Fanatic channels. His channel grew. Yes, he did do travel and the cats and all that. But other people like me that are doing the van thing.
Well,
They're,
is it a sucker, Sean, or is it somebody that recognizes deeper levels to YouTube activity? YouTube. Yeah, Lemon Day. Yeah, super chats coming and PayPal stuff.
it's hard. It's hard to grow my channel. If all we do is just travel and get on the road, then we're not really going into the RV community. We're not getting to know nomads and knowing all the people.
But we're going
It's
into
hard. It's a slow growth.
We're going into the travel community.
Exactly. And then the people who watch are just people who are sitting at home and want to watch somebody travel. You're not really going into the RV community.
How you doing, Glenda? Yeah,
So
I think Sean is a bit harsh because he underestimates taste or lack of taste on YouTube, and he understands. Maybe doesn't understand it. A lot of people are here for the entertainment value of content. They're not here to be social reformers on YouTube. They accept the content for what it is, and for the most part, they laugh about it and they enjoy it. And I think it irks a small number of people. It's a consistent number of people that people can come onto a channel and just enjoy the show. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the show.
I think it's kind of like.
And thank you, Glenda, for your kindness.
If Rosie were to go to the desert and say donate a week.
Yeah, I like Sean. He's one hardcore mofo, and he stands by his ground, and he has his opinions, and I respect that.
If Rosie was to go,
no, don't boot Sean. No, never. I met Sean in person.
If Rosie was to go to the desert for 1 week and donate her time to do solar, she would meet so many people. She would make so many connections. She would advertise her channel. Her channel would grow by leaps and bounds. But we haven't graduated. We have a travel channel, and when you have a travel channel, the growth is very slow to get into the RV community because you're not really mixing with the RV community. You're just traveling on the road, and they don't do that.
But you're underestimating You're underestimating the travel community, which is probably 100 times the size of the RV community.
But they don't have the support behind them.
You don't know that. Look at the people on sailboats. Look at the people that just go around and eat food. They have tremendous support. Okay, look at people
Right.
like Bald and Bankrupt who went to 1 million subscribers. All he does is go around weird places and interact with the people. And Gabriel Traveler and all these type of, they have huge channels and growing channels.
Well, I can just speak for the RV community because traveling takes a lot of money. You have to have a lot of money to
Yeah.
travel. You have to have a lot of gas money. So I can just speak for
Yeah,
the
I know
RV.
you do, Jordan Blue, and you will never be blocked out. You will never be timed out on my channel. And I apologize if you miss a question of mine. I'm not here to irritate you. I'm here to be a sister to you always. I've loved having you on the channel from virtually day one, and you will always be,
Yeah.
you will always be respected by me. All his mentality is considered money. That's why he has zero future. I don't know, Sean.
Now I can.
Time, time will tell. In my opinion, uh, and I've said it 1,000 times. If Marshall had a positive attitude, but he's told me, Rosie, I can't be a choir boy. I can't. I'm the great Elvis Travels. I got to be a critic. I got to be negative on stuff, and it's who I am. I don't want to filter. I'll just say things the way I want. Back in 2015, I tried to change that. Back in 2014, the birdseed aisle at Walmart.
I
Wait a
think
minute, the birdseed intervention that failed with Wanderlust Estate. And
the
the Elvis's Redemption Road, when I went to Chicago and worked on his van and paid it forward, and you can look at the post interviews that occurred. Yes, I'm going to be a positive.
what Rosie is
But
doing
the reality is,
right.
it comes to a point where you say, the best thing that people can do to protect their sensitivities is move on and don't watch it, because it's probably likely
What Rosie wants
not
to
gonna
do,
change.
your direction that you're going is away from the RV community. You just want a travel channel where you just
I
sleep in a
could
van.
not be more in the RV community than I am right now with rebuilding a Class B camper van. I
But
am in the heart. I got Camo Dave talking about what's going on. I got people down at the van build talking about. They're talking about Elvis is having a van build done.
Well, the thing is though, is that
Yeah, Elvis is a
you can
talker and not a listener. Exactly.
you can have a channel where
Hi,
you
Alabella. Nice to see
where
you, by the way.
you sleep in the van and you go from town to town, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to sleep in Little Rascal and go from
All right,
town
well,
to
let's go
town.
plug into an
But it's
RV
not.
park, okay?
But it's not. It's not. It's that's a travel channel. But Rosie hasn't graduated. I'll say, in my opinion, Rosie hasn't graduated to
Camo
really
Dave has grown into a large force within the RV can travel community.
with
You
the
can see things as they are, or you can get stuck in your views. That's what
right
I'd say.
with the RV community. The thing
Absolutely,
is,
Valerie.
Rosie is not in a. Rosie doesn't have the rig to be out there full time with the Nomads. She's in a panel van. She's so what I'm saying is, her direction is most of the people who are watching this right now are women in the drama community. They're sitting at home and they like to watch Rosie travel. Period. That's her base of support.
And why?
But if
Because
she
I'm a very unique individual
exactly
in the community.
right now,
Because a guy that doesn't fully identify as transgender, a girl that doesn't fully
right
identify as transgender, and to a lot of people, that's a unique ground to stake at. And they
exactly
like the multivariate aspects of the channel, baking a
right
cake, doing metal detecting, doing vintage audio,
right
that type of stuff. So there's more here than RVs that attract people to the
exactly yeah.
channel. So,
So, but
LaDonna.
so now she can talk. She wants to
He
follow.
does irritate me a lot of the time. Yes,
She
he
wants to
does.
follow the Ice Poseidon, or I guess she's a fan of Ice Poseidon. Um, the, the style of what she wants to do is travel, and so
Live
it's
stream and do content.
right exactly. So it's a lot different than
Yeah, Oda's the
what.
only one from the drama community. Correct, JK No.
This is what I'm wanting to know. This is what I want to know in the future, right? Is are new communities going to come in, or are new people going to come in that are outside of the drama community, because that's the main community right now. That's the dominant community right now that's watching Rosie. Is it gonna change over? I don't think it'll change over unless she changes her style of content.
I am going to do another one soon, Scott.
I don't think that it would change over. I think it's all about the.
Yeah, we're kind of like I Love Lucy. That's right.
It's all about the community that you cater to. So if she caters to these women who like to see her travel, then that's gonna be her. Then that's gonna be her base. But
yeah, that's why I love Scott.
If she gets a Class B camper van, if she gets a motorhome, and she goes out there and really starts to meet nomads and get out there in the RV community, that's when the channel will change. It's not going to be the same.
Now let me answer. Someone asked, "What's the best thing you've ever found metal detecting?" About a 22-inch, 22-carat gold chain with crucifix on it, worth about $1,200. Using IQ. Okay, take care, Sean. You have a good one, my friend. Four Scores, how you doing today? So I've always liked having the ultimate variety channel, but at this point in time, I don't engage with other people in the community on the back and forth. I just want to make content and have fun. On that note, I will be live. I know I said it last night, but I was tired as a dog last night, and I had that one beer that Patricia sent it, and man, I was ready for bed. And Elvis was like, "Rosie, you're tired." I'm like, "Yeah, I am tired," and I got a good night's sleep. So tonight I'll be up late carousing on the Rosie McNamara channel. We'll have some adult fun, a few laughs. It's not everybody's cup of tea. I respect that. I appreciate people that pick and choose the content that they want to watch, and I will always respect your right to be on the channel. Donations are never required. Tips are appreciated. That's a big difference. I don't pound on the money thing on the daily and have all kinds of accessory things set up with merch and other things. Patreons. It's just not my cup of tea. My cup of tea is to bring content, but I do support everybody's right on YouTube to do everything the way they want to do it, and let the chips fall where they may. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you guys out on the van build. I've got a little bit of electric work today. Then Marshall and I are going to probably do a little road trip to an RV place. We're going to look at some dinettes and see what we think about them. But we're not going to chew up a lot of time when we could be building, looking at dinettes that we're never going to be able to afford to put into the van. Thanks for being along. If Missy Jen, I'm going to give her the option. She may or may not choose to go to Reno. If she does not choose to go because of cold or other issues like that, she will be very happy at home. She did a wonderful update on Jen and Rosie Reality TV about the Rancho. Check it out. And in which case, I will be more than happy to have Marshall come along, accompany. He's always been interested in seeing Reno. So we shall see what happens. That should be the first weekend in December, weather permitting. Okay, I will not attempt to cross the Sierras if the weather is bad. I could potentially be trapped over there for a while. Diva says, when does it start raining? It could come at any time. The weather could turn. So I'm in a real panic to move forward and get the big stuff down on this build. Then the longer the build goes on, the more fun it is. The more detail, the more wire you run, the fixtures, the cool choo-choos that you put in. That's what I look forward to. Yeah, Donner Pass with Elvis. He ran it driving a semi, so I got to give him a lot of credit. He's been over the Donner Pass in a semi.
Lake Tahoe in a semi.
Yeah,
so I didn't like it. It's curvy.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. It's slippery.
Yep.
It is pretty though.
Well, HX, I would love to meet you on the way. I would love to meet you on the way to I know you've been a supporter of Marshall. I believe you've been a supporter of mine financially. If you're on the way to Reno, that would be outstanding. Maybe we could meet up in Auburn or a place like that. And I will definitely look forward to seeing you, as will Marshall. And anybody, if you're in the Reno area coming up, love to meet you. Love to have more people come up and snipe the stream. It's always, always fun. Thank you very much to my wonderful moderators, Oda May, Tom Finland, Jen, Kim C, JK NoCal, amongst all the others, Scottish, some new names on here in my world in OKC. I love you guys to pieces for what you do. Heavy sailing sometimes, but don't think it doesn't escape my attention. The great job that you guys do and how appreciative I am. Thank you, everybody. And Marshall, give him a big, give him a big